Basically, this is the report that comes from the government based on all the national quality indicator data. So it's the feedback from the data that goes out of the NQI app from us and from all the other providers. So the data at the moment that we're going to talk about is for Q4, so April, May, June data. So the top concerns include communication. Without having some communication built into your processes, then it's not going to happen. Again, it's just putting yourself in people's shoes, thinking about having a loved one in care and, what do you want to know? How much information do you want? Pretty much as you can get. And I think that's really important to people feeling like they're in touch and caring for the person, even if they're not physically on site or physically there all the time. It's that by being informed, they can know whether they need to step in and make decisions or not. Medication management, so that's always a big one. I know the government's put a lot of work into trying to digitize a lot of the medication management and delivery systems, but interestingly enough, I've been reading things lately where, was it in England, where an electronic medication system had caused a number of deaths? And the issue with that was it wasn't the technology, it was actually that the users were having issues understanding how to use the system. So the technology was fine, but the users didn't understand how to work it. So as a consequence, they misused the system and the system misguided medication delivery. So there's a lot of parts of delivering successful care through technology and people.
No matter how good the technology is, you still need a person on the other end of it.
So there's been a significant drop in non-compliance notices from the previous quarter. That's good news for the sector.
That's very positive, especially if there's more regulation being asked of the facilities. If they're keeping up with the compliance, then that's a good result.
So they had 86 non-compliant services in Q3, and in Q4 they had 83, so a reduction of 3. So it might not sound like a lot, but one less non-compliant service is a big deal. We need the department to work with these services to improve, because if you look around, we're losing beds. There are places closing down. I read an article about the local situation here in the Illawarra with developments and, replacing older properties. We've actually got a situation at the moment where we've lost quite a few beds for the region. So that's less beds for an aging population, which is not what we need. So we definitely need the department to help these guys get up to standard and get compliant and on their way to providing good care, because we need the beds.